Hi, Rich Karuba for bowlingball.com. Let's talk truthfully to you 190 and higher average bowlers now. You guys have been wondering why your bowling isn't improving. Maybe you get out and work on it a little bit, but the hard body and the whole body of hard work and practice seems to drop beneath your feet, and you just don't know why you're not improving. Well, let's look at it. Let me use another example from a different sport just for a second. It's soccer. Now, in soccer, you need to practice many skills: dribbling, passing, running, heading the ball, shooting, all those skills you need to be successful. You work with your team. You work on these skills well enough to make the team. And if you had not learned these skills through practice with the team, then you probably wouldn't succeed. Running and fitness training to build endurance were addressed first. Then you broke into groups at practice. If you've ever watched a soccer practice, skills like dribbling and shooting and passing the ball, you would scrimmage to get some real-time feedback to see how well you match up with the good players. And this type of training took place every day during the season, if you're in a soccer league, for example. And if you wanted to work up the ranks, you knew practice was necessary during the off-season as well, to get in shape, to maintain those skills and try to improve on them. So now when we look at bowling, we don't have any teammates. You don't have a coach, not unless you choose to have one. And there's no fitness trainer, typically, and no water boy. It's just you out there competing against everyone else. So here's probably some reasons why you're not improving. One, lack of knowledge. If you don't know what to do, then you can't possibly expect to be able to do something. Two, lack of understanding. For those stuck on this point, you may know what to do, but not exactly how to do it correctly. And that's really what I'm alluding to here. And then lack of coaching. And bowlers who are stubborn athletes, and you believe that you can just figure this out yourself. Maybe you're correct, maybe not, but usually it takes years of trial and error, and you'll peak before you reach your full potential. Without knowledge, without feedback, without a teammate, a reliable and experienced coach to help get you over the hump like the pros use to get to a point where they can be competitive at the highest level of bowling, then there certainly can be a lot of frustration, can't there? So improper practice, too, is another way. If you don't have an organized system to practice, acquiring the knowledge, and you get stuck because you don't really know how to practice with some discipline or some planning, it's an unfortunate epidemic in bowling. We see it all the time. There's no structure, maybe no self-organizational skills. Now, hours are lost on the lanes doing things that have little relevance to increasing your performance during competition, during leagues, and so on. So here's a couple ideas to get back on a good path performance. First, get a coach. You know, although books and magazines and videos like you're watching have their place, you know, when you're trying to learn something, nothing can replace having a qualified coach, an experienced coach working with skilled players like yourself, standing there with you, working with you, sharing ideas, building this teamwork concept, and then creating methodology and a practice techniques so when you're on the lanes working out, you can have some success. You can build the skills that you need to improve. You need a filter for all this information to condense it in what you need to know. So that's where coaches also come in handy. And yeah, it costs money. So does everything else. But when you buy a bowling ball, for example, it's going to cost more than taking a lesson from a coach. You might get 3 lessons for the price of 1 bowling ball. So think about it. It's an investment in the future. It's an investment in yourself. And secondly, learn the principles of disciplined practice. All the knowledge won't help unless you know how to apply it. And you want to this is also an area I believe your coach can help you, and it'll save you years of wasted time, in my opinion, if you get right down to it and you decide to train yourself to become as good as you can be. A coach can show you what needs to be done and explain how to do it, let's say efficiently, so you get the most benefit from the coaching sessions. And remember, the bowling physical game is nothing more than a series of essential skills sequenced and blended into one overall motion. So accept this basic idea, go out, find a good coach, work on the things that help your motion so you can repeat good shots, learn how to improve your skills, managing yourself on the lanes, getting bowling balls to match the lane conditions, and do all those things you need to do. It's really that simple. You got to take those extra steps yourself if you want to get better, if you want to improve from where you're at today. I hope some of this information helps you, and I hope I'm motivating you to get out, get a coach, practice, and get out and work on your game a little bit. It's a lot of fun if you're successful. Thank you.